Okay. Alrighty. So good afternoon, everyone. Back for another class. Today's going to be on fruits and veggies. I think the information is very good, and I think that you will enjoy it. Let me share my screen. Slideshow from the beginning. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me one other thing I need to do with this. There we go. All right. So if I don't optimize the video clip, I can't see anybody. It's very strange for me not to have somebody to look at. So I have to always remember to do that. Alrighty, so today's class is going to be choosing more fruits and veggies. Unfortunately, Brittany could not be with us today, so you just got myself, my voice. Sorry about that. But let's get going here because it's a pretty long information to give you. So we are funded by the state, local, and federal funds. We are Nutrition Links, and we can be reached at 888-PSU-3535, nutritionlinks@psu.edu. Being active, you always want to start out slow. It's important to be active. Exercise is important, but make sure you work within your own limits, you're safe, and you drink plenty of water. Okay, so why are vegetables so important? Anybody want to tell me? Anybody want to tell me why veggies are so important? You can unmute yourself real quick and give me an idea.
They have antioxidants.
Oh, very good. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They are very important because they contain vitamins, minerals, and fiber, which just do so much for our bodies. It's amazing what vegetables do for our bodies. And how important they are for us. They can help protect against chronic diseases such as cancer, heart disease. They can also help control weight. All right, so volumetrics. Anybody ever hear this word before?
Yes, I have a book by it.
Okay, well then you could probably tell us all about it.
Joan, I think her name is Joan Barr, or something like that.
Barbara Rolls from PS.
There you go.
Yep, she wrote the book. Julia Mazzata from Penn State actually, was the person who put this particular slide together, and she talks about the book, the Volumetrics Eating Plan.
Mm-hmm. This is a very good book too. I won't even throw it out. It's probably out of print now.
So, it talks about foods that are rich in water having a filling effect. So it's really about foods that fill us up, Volumetrics. And sometimes it's the smaller amount of food that actually can be more filling to us. Okay, so eating vegetables and fruit can actually help with weight control. Eating more vegetables and fruits to increase the volume of what you eat without increasing calories. So that's the key. Like these two glasses, you have the grapes and then you have the little bit of raisins. Those raisins can fill you up just as much as those grapes could fill you up, and maybe give you a little bit less calories to that. Again, looking at these food items, these dishes, the top one is a half a cheeseburger with a few fries and a soda. So it's not a lot of food. Okay, it's not a lot of food. The bottom one is an open-faced roast beef sandwich, tomato soup, fruit salad, and sparkling water. Which one do you think is going to actually, hold you and fill you up and be better for you, and not give you and not increase your calorie intake and make you,
It would be the bottom one.
Yeah, the bottom one. So the bottom one is obviously it's fruit. It's broth-based tomato soup. So it's not made with it's tomato soup, but it's made with broth instead of a cream. And there's lots of veggies in that soup. Okay, there's some veggies not veggies, well, the tomatoes are in that soup, but there's vegetables on that lean roast beef. So you have onions, peppers, and mushrooms on that. And and a glass of water. So looks like a lot of food. It's going to fill you up. It's going to keep you full. It's not really going to add calories the way this up here would add calories to your diet. All right, fiber. Fiber is the key to keeping us healthy. It cleans our insides out. It's probably just been the last 8 to 10 years that fiber has become such a big deal. It's definitely in our fruits and vegetables and our plant foods. It helps us feel full and it keeps our gut healthy. It can lower the risk of cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. It can also help with some cancers, keeps us full. It just promotes a healthy gut, and that's really important. So for women, we need about 25 grams a day, and men need about 38 grams a day. That's ideal. But most of the time, most days, most of us only get somewhere around 15 grams per day. So we have to figure out a way to get another 10 grams in. It's definitely something we have to work on. So we have a banana versus a pear. Which do you think would have more fiber? If you feel comfortable writing in the chat, you can write it in the chat. We can use the chat if it makes it easier. Okay, so I have a banana.
I would say banana, but I bet you it says the pear.
Okay. It is the pear.
I figured that.
And the reason it's the pear is, I mean, a banana is very good for you. You know, the banana is high in potassium. Right. But the pear, especially if you eat the pear with the skin on.
Right.
Okay. Because the skin of the pear, like the skin of an apple, right underneath that, the skin is where the most fiber sits and lies. A little thin piece of fiber sits there, and that is where you're going to get the most fiber. So eat the skins of your fruits and vegetables if you can. Okay, there's some that you shouldn't, but all right. And then how about that whole wheat bread versus Raisin Bran cereal? Raisin Bran cereal.
I would say Raisin Bran cereal.
Raisin Bran cereal, Raisin Bran. Yep, it is Raisin Bran. Now, Raisin Bran, the whole wheat bread has about 2 grams of fiber in it, and the Raisin Bran has 6.7 grams of fiber. And I'll go real quick back to the banana. The banana has 1.8 and the pear has 6 grams. So you can see it's a big difference. The whole wheat bread, again, 2 grams versus 6 almost 7 grams, 2.7 grams. The only, you know, the bran cereal, the bran is really, really full of fiber.
It makes you go. It makes you go. It really
does help you go. It certainly does. And then the raisins, you know, is the fruit, and so there might be a little more sugar in that cereal, but it's probably just from the raisins, which isn't a bad thing. And then that last, broccoli versus those baked beans. Broccoli versus those baked beans. Anybody want to take a shot at that?
I'd like it to be the baked beans.
And you are absolutely correct. It is the baked beans.
Yay.
Broccoli has 3.6 grams of fiber, and those baked beans have 9.8 grams of fiber, right? Oh. Think about that, right? Lots of fiber in our beans. So the beans, that group should really be part of our diets. If not, you know, here and there, a couple times a week, at least once a week, we should be having beans in some way, shape, or form.
But you know, the banana and the pear, I love pears, but you know what? Pears are seasonal. You can't always get pears.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's, you know, most of our fruit. Bananas you get all the time.
Yeah.
And that's just, you know, that's just where we live and how it works, you know? I mean, you know, that's, you can only do what you can do. You can only purchase what you can purchase, and that's just it. But we're coming up into, you know, a season, you know, the spring comes and we'll have better selection of fruits and veggies and fresher, and hopefully they won't be skyrocketed price wise. So,
But I think also we have to remember that bananas are good for potassium.
oh,
So,
absolutely.
so we can
But
look
if
at it
I
that
mean,
way, you know?
no, 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 and there's nothing. None of those foods that we just spoke about is unhealthy for us. It's not about being unhealthy. It's just about what different fruits and veggies have in them. So some of them are very high in things like potassium, and some of them are high in fiber. We were discussing fiber and just discussing how important fiber is to our diet. Most of us only get 15 grams a day. So if we were to just add a little bit of beans to our day, there you go. There you go.
Right,
You got
so
your
the days we
25.
have the beans, we can have the banana, right?
Yeah, yeah. And having maybe if you have pears and you can eat a pear if it's in season and you can eat that pear, eat a pear over the banana when they're in season. I mean, that's all. Bananas, oh no, bananas are great, but eating your fruits and veggies is what's going to give us the fiber. And when we eat it, you can eat fruits and veggies canned or frozen or in a juice form, any way you want to do it. Juicing can sometimes take some of the fiber out of the product. When you eat it naturally, of course, you're going to get that fiber.
Hey, Joan, do any of the berries have any fiber in them?
Yeah, they have fiber. Pretty much all fruits and veggies have fiber. It just depends on the amount.
Okay.
Berries have the other things. We'll talk about them in a minute. They have the antioxidants in them. So, it's all about variety. It's all about variety, making sure you get a little bit of everything. All right.
Okay.
So we want to protect ourselves against chronic diseases, and fruits and veggies is where it's at. Cancer, if people who eat 2 or more cups of vegetables per day, they say are less likely to develop some common cancers such as colon cancer. It just helps. Eating veggies and can help control our blood pressure and heart disease. Again, a lot of them contain that potassium, which helps to reduce the blood pressure. Okay, and which helps with the heart disease. So it's all about, different things, whatever your vice is, whatever it is you need help with. So if you really need to help control your blood pressure, eating, things that have potassium in it, like those bananas, is something that you want to do. So. All right. So what is an antioxidant? So, it's funny because I don't think, 25 years ago, we even heard the word antioxidant, but what's so amazing is that we do know what we do hear about them now. We can understand them maybe a little bit better. And we've realized how important they are to our diet. So we know that pollution and tobacco smoke and lots of different chemicals and unhealthy fats, those trans fats and those saturated fats, can react with oxygen, and that is called oxidation. So that is that's when it becomes a chain, and it's a chain reaction. Okay, that's what it is. So a bouncing ping pong ball can cause cell damage, and that is the oxidation, is the bouncing ping pong ball. So you see that first thing here has the green guy with the red. So these little white things are the ping pong balls that are just freelancing in there. They're just having a good old time, because of the pollution, the smoke, the chemicals, the unhealthy fats that we're eating. And they're just saying, hey, we're having a good old time in here. And they're just bouncing around. And when they bounce around, they start to damage our cells. When we have damaged cells, that can cause problems within us. Okay. So, I got to find my notes. Can cause lots of different things: cancer, heart disease, problems with our eyes, things like that. Those antioxidants that we eat have the vitamins in them. That's what the fruits and veggies have. They have lots of vitamin A, C, and E, and they're the purple guys in there, and they're going to protect our cells from that oxidation and help to reduce damage. So it's like an apple. You cut open an apple, and it's exposed to the air, which is oxygen, and then it starts to turn brown. So same type thing. It's been damaged. Okay. It's been damaged. It's almost like what's going on inside of us. So what helps in keeping that apple from turning brown? Citrus, right? Citrus fruits do. Lemons, things like that. Most people will put a little lemon in something to help stop that oxidation, and that's vitamin C, okay? Because most of our citrus fruits are full of vitamin C. So there you go. Right there, you got a vitamin that's protecting the apple. So those vitamins are protecting us as well. So it's important.
You know something else that turns real fast? Avocado. As much as I love it.
Yes.
As soon as you cut that joker open.
Yes. It's I agree with you so much, Cynthia. I can't eat them fast enough.
I can't eat them fast enough either.
I wish they'd had them in like a half of an avocado, so that, you know, I would only buy the half, or I'd buy a couple halves and then open it when I wanted it. You know what I mean? Because I'm with you on that. You can still eat it, you know, even if it starts
I throw it
turn
away. You can still eat it.
You can pretty much still eat
it. You know it's not bad because you know you just.
It's not. You just it's just the appearance of it isn't so friendly. So I understand, Cynthia. Understand.
Anybody got any suggestions for that?
I have found one because I eat avocado toast in the morning. Cut it in half, leave the pod in.
I do.
Okay, and then squeeze some lime juice over it and wrap it tightly in saran.
Okay, all right.
Well, thank you, Rita.
Wow.
There you go. The lime juice.
Look a little brown the next day in the refrigerator, but you scrape it off and it's bright green underneath.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Rita, for that. Little hint.
I'll put it in a glass.
See, that's just that. There you go. The oxidation. So that's the lemon juice. That's perfect. Thank you.
Glass container, it stays real well too.
Oh,
okay.
The other thing is Trader Joe's sells the mini.
Yes, that's what I get.
Ones. So now usually in a bag of maybe 4 or 6. But if you buy the minis, it's a lot faster to use.
Okay.
Okay. I make a lot of guacamole.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
So you can throw it and make a quick guacamole too.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, ladies. So that's great about this. So eating a variety of fruits and veggies, lots of reds, yellow, green, purple, and white, even those white guys. So the reds, you know, we know that they have lycopene in them. We have the tomatoes, apples are full of fiber, watermelon, strawberries. And you look at this and you know, none of this is really in season right now, but it's coming. You know, that watermelon's coming, strawberries are coming, even those tomatoes are coming. So we can wet our palate a little bit. That's why there's frozen. So you can always get frozen strawberries and what have you. And then we have the yellow and the orange, full of vitamin A. The reds and the oranges and the yellows are full of vitamin A. Vitamin A is the protector. It helps our immune system. It builds our immune system. So we want to make sure we're eating enough of that vitamin A. So you can see sweet potatoes and carrots, oranges and squashes and corn and red peppers and all kinds of fun, good vitamin A. Okay. Yellow and orange veggies. Winter squash. They're picked at the end of the summer. They store through the winter. They have a hard rind, so you usually have to peel that back. Halloween pumpkins. I don't know if you guys knew this or know this, but they're not used for baking because they are too watery and they don't have a very good taste. So they usually use a smaller pumpkin for baking or whatever, or they can use, they use the Hubbard pumpkin or squash. Actually, most of your pumpkin, canned pumpkins are Hubbard pumpkin squash. So let's look at these squashes. Do you know which is what? Number 1 is
butternut.
Butternut. Number 2 is spaghetti. Number 3 is acorn. Number 4 is, this was the one that stumped us yesterday. Anybody? Buttercup. And number 5 is, you know what this one is? Hubbard. So that's a Hubbard. So Again, squash is another great vegetable. Baby carrots. Baby carrots. Okay. They came about in 1986. We didn't have them before that. They came about in 1986. They're made from full-sized carrots. They have fewer nutrients due to the peeling process. So they peel more, like they cut into it more than what you would peel off. They peel off probably a little bit more. They can develop the white blush. I'm sure you all know what the white blush is. It's actually caused by low humidity and moisture. And it's actually, they're still safe to eat. One of the things you can do with that white blush is rinse them off with water. That should remove that little bit of white blush. You do want to be careful though, once they start to get that slimy feel to them, then you need to get rid of them. They don't have a long storage life because they've already been like opened up. It's they go quicker. Then we have those greens. Mama used to tell us to eat our greens. Got to make sure we eat the greens. Again, the greens are full, especially the dark greens are full of vitamin A. So they're packed with lots of vitamins and minerals, including folate, which is excellent for women who are pregnant. So our dark greens like kale and collards, mustard, spinach, they're really a powerhouse of lots of nutrients, vitamin A and C, E and K, lots of minerals such as iron, magnesium, potassium, and they're things that we need, especially as we get older. So they also have some calcium in them. Dark leafy greens are a good source of antioxidants. There's those antioxidants again that protect our cells and help reduce the risk of cancer. They are also high in fiber and low in calories. They are an ideal food to help achieve and maintain a healthy weight, which should reduce the risk of diabetes. So, it's not that hard. We just have to do it. We just have to eat the right foods.
Joan, let's say if we saute spinach or reduce spinach down versus eating it raw, do we take some of that nutrients out of it?
No, what's funny? No, I think the nutrient, you actually get more. I think I don't have it right in front of me. I had it right in front of me because I was using it yesterday with my kids. No, it actually doesn't. You actually have, I believe it's 75% of vitamin A when it's cooked. And it goes down to about, I want to say maybe 45 or 50% when it's uncooked. So it actually doesn't take it out. It actually,
good to know.
It's good either way. You get it's a great source of vitamin A, either way, cooked or uncooked. So they are a little more nutritious than light. And remember, the dark green veggies really are leafy greens, okay? Except for that, not romaine, iceberg. Iceberg has the water in it. I mean, iceberg is still okay. It's still good to eat, but it's just got more water and it doesn't have really the nutrients in it that these guys all have. And they're just, but also remember that in order to get 1 cup of vegetables, dark green veggies, if you're going to go with a salad type, the leafy greens, you got to have 2 cups of them. So 2 cups of like a leafy green or a salad equals 1 cup of vegetables. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So match the names to the greens. So number 1 is.
Can I ask you a question before you do that?
Yep.
Like with diabetes, right? Like, well, my mother's not here anymore. She's passed, but she had to watch how much greens, the K. Well, the
vitamin K mixes with medicine.
Oh, that's why. Because I couldn't understand. I was like, well, why are they making you can't eat these greens?
There's certain medicines vitamin K mixes with.
Blood thinner.
Is it blood thinner? Yeah, it's blood thinner. Yeah.
But now they use Eliquis, which helps alleviate that problem.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Awesome. That's good to know. I didn't realize
full
that.
Of information there. Go, Carol.
Yeah. Yeah, read it. I'm going to have to hire Rita. All right. So number 1 is.
Butterhead lettuce.
Yep. And number 2 is
Kale.
kale. And number 3 is Swiss chard. Number 4 is
Kale.
Oh, like a,
No.
that's mustard green, and number 5 is kale. Not kale.
Collard greens.
Collard. Yes, collard greens. So yeah, well, this was really hard to determine which was the collards because they both look like pretty, big leaves and
their leaves are so big.
Yeah. So yeah, this one is the collard green. So, wrapping them in a wet paper towel and placing in a plastic bag can keep them a little longer. Just keeps them fresher a little bit longer. All right, and here they are, those purple and blues. Yeah. All right, these are it. These are the big guys. These are the ones you want. Those little blueberries are such a powerhouse. Such a powerhouse. They have those anthocyanins in them. So that red, purple, and blue colors produce that anthocyanins. And that's the color. Right? That's what gives them those nice colors. It's a very powerful antioxidant. Again, it's going to help protect against cardiovascular disease, liver disease, cancers, and other damage caused by that oxygen. I don't know about anybody else. I have to tell you, I'm going to be honest. I am not eating well.
Joan, shut up.
And I'm going through this lesson and I'm going, oh my gosh, I have to eat better. I always slack off in the wintertime. I do a very good job throughout the year, but something happens in the winter. I guess it's the holidays, and this year it's even worse because you can't get out anywhere. Usually I'm working and I'm in and out and up and down and exercising. I'm not doing any of it. Anyway, that's me. So, all right. Our white guys they're good too. They even have stuff in them that are really good for us. So we need them. All right. We're going to take a little movement break. This is I think you'll like this. I think it's a little different. It's kind of cute. We have the program I work with is called Snap Ed, and there's another program that this curriculum's from. It's called FNEP. So these ladies are going to sing a little song. Feel free to sing with them as they're exercising. It's, as we know, exercise is important. It's going to help our heart rate. It's going to help our large muscles, and it's just going to keep our heart and lungs stronger. Okay, so. So you can stand up if you like. You're not moving too much. They're just kind of marching in place.
We are FNEP on the move.
We are FNEP on the move.
Walking keeps us in the groove.
Walking keeps us in the groove.
FNEP lessons from the heart.
FNEP lessons from the heart.
Help us learn how to eat smart.
Help us learn how to eat smart.
Berries are red, black, and blue.
Berries are red, black, and blue.
In your lunch, they're good for you.
In your lunch, they're good for you.
Choose from fresh, frozen, or canned.
Choose from fresh, frozen, or canned.
Sprinkle dry fruits in your hand.
Sprinkle dry fruits in your hand.
Collards, broccoli, and kale.
Collard, broccoli, and kale.
Eat your greens to keep you well.
Eat your greens to keep you well.
The fruits and veggies are so neat.
Fruits and vegetables are so neat.
They taste good and are a treat.
They taste good and are a treat.
Carrot, squash, and
Carrot,
apricot.
squash, and apricots.
Fill you up, they hit the spot.
Fill you up, they hit the spot.
Don't forget the beans and peas.
Don't forget the beans and
Spend
peas.
your money and sure to please.
Spend your money and sure to
Eat
please.
a rainbow, it's the way.
Eat a rainbow, that's the
We'll
way.
have your plate every day.
So have your plate every day.
Now you know how to eat smart.
Now you know how to
Put fruit veggies on your cart.
fruits and vegetables in your cart.
Eat smart.
Eat smart.
Move more.
Move more.
Eat smart. Move
Eat
more.
smart. Move more. Eat smart. Move more.
Hey, that was cute.
Yeah, I thought it was cute.
Yeah, it was nice.
And it does get you moving.
I don't want to do it again. Oh, this did this to me earlier. Wait a minute. Why this did this? Wait a minute. We did them. No, we didn't do them.
26.
Go. There we go. All right. We have to talk about those root veggies, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So rutabaga. Rutabaga, very good source of fiber, vitamin C and potassium. Again, another potassium. So there's a lot of these fruits and veggies that do have that potassium in it. You can store them for up to a month. They can be roasted, meat and put in meat dishes and soups. You can eat them raw in salads, or they can be even cooked with potatoes and mashed together. So anybody using rutabaga? Anybody eating rutabaga?
I grew up on it. I haven't done it now.
Yeah.
Because some people don't like it. It says it gives it a funny taste. It looks like mashed potatoes, but
it's like anything else. You have to kind of acquire a taste for things, and you have to get rid of the sugar stuff that keeps us from liking the stuff that we should like. Anyway, we all know pretty much that parsnips, they look like carrots. They are relative to the carrots. Again, they're another one that have a little bit more of a stronger flavor. You can use them in stews, soups, and casseroles. Again, they're rich in fiber and potassium. Cruciferous veggies they have their name because they have a leaf on them somewhere that looks like a cross. Most of these are members of the cabbage or mustard family. They have these bitter compounds, and those bitter compounds acts as protection against insects, which I thought was pretty interesting. Let's see. They come in all different colors and include members of the cabbage and mustard family, broccoli, bok choy, Brussels sprouts. Those bitter compounds are actually antioxidants, and that helps against cancer. Again, cauliflower, another good source of vitamin C and folate. You can, is anybody using cauliflower differently today? Because there's so many different ways that people can use it. You can, puree it and make it into an Alfredo sauce and mix it in with mac and cheese.
Isn't that funny? Because when we grew up, you only ate it one way. Now you can eat it.
Now you eat it all. All these different ways. Pizza crust, cauliflower steak, mashed or rice. So is anybody eating it in any different way?
Yeah, I make it. Yeah.
What do you do, Cynthia?
I make it as mashed potatoes. It's like
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just make it the regular way, and I add all kinds of things to it. I add tomatoes and garlic and all kinds of stuff to it. Roasted. Yeah, I like it roasted. Yep.
Roasted.
I want to try the pizza. They say it's good as a pizza.
Yeah, I
haven't done that yet, but
I haven't tried it either. They say, I think it's Trader Joe's that has a good pizza crust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I've tried mostly all of them, and actually the best one is called cauliflower.
Okay.
Cauliflower. Yeah.
It's just called cauliflower.
Cauliflower, and you can get it either a plain crust or you can get it with veggies already, done up just to be.
Is that at Trader Joe, Rita?
I'm not sure. I do go to Trader Joe's, but I think I get it at Whole Foods.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, cool. It can be a little pricey, so look for it on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very good.
And there's those beans. We know that they are important for our diets. Eating them in cans, they're full of, talk about fiber. This is the fiber giant, and lots of fiber. They are full of protein, and they are reasonably priced. They also have iron and zinc in them. They have probably the same amount of iron and zinc that meat might even have in it. So if you're a vegetarian, you definitely want to be eating some beans. So dark green, red, and orange, again, are the big guys for vitamin A and C. So A is the vitamin that protects our bodies, builds our immune system, and C is the healer. So if we get sick, A protects us, tries to keep us from getting sick, and C is going to help us fight off whatever it is that we're sick with. We need in and around, depend upon the amount of food that you eat daily. Most of us may not be eating that 2,000 calorie diet too much now. So if you're eating somewhere between, say, 16, 1,800, 2,000, 2.5 cups, you can't go wrong with vegetables. So you could have as many vegetables as you want, but you want to at least get that 1.5 to 2 cups of vegetables as women. And fruits, 1.5, 2 cups of fruits. You don't really want to go over that 2 cup because of the sugar intake. It is natural sugar, and the body processes natural sugar very differently than added sugar, but you still need to be careful. So what does a cup look like? Either measure it out, your fist. Again, I was saying how 2 cups of raw leafy greens only equals 1 cup of vegetables. And then again, fruits, the same thing. Your fist can be about the size of a cup. Half a cup of dried fruit, 8 ounces of 100% fruit juice. So there you go, what might look like. Always make sure if you're buying canned fruit or frozen fruit that it's packed in water or juice or without that sugar or syrup. And don't add sugar to your fresh fruit. Washing your fruits and veggies. You do not need anything special to wash your fruits and veggies. Water will do. You can use a brush if you really want to try and get, make sure you get all the dirt off, or a paper towel can work as well. Another food safety is just to make sure you're storing your raw meats and poultry and seafood away from those fruits and veggies. When you're shopping, they're not together in the shopping cart. Your meats are not above them. They're not packaged together when you're leaving. When you get home, you store your meats in a freezer in the lower cabinets in your refrigerator. Make sure your fruits and veggies are above them. That is where those juices, we don't want them mixing. Okay, stir fry is the video.
I love to stir fry. It's quick, colorful, and nutritious. Today I will show you how to make a stir fry with sauce that's big on flavor and light on sodium. Before beginning, be sure to wash your hands and sanitize your work surfaces. Read the recipe and collect all the ingredients and cooking supplies that you'll need and place them on the counter. To make the stir-fry sauce, place the following ingredients in a small saucepan: sodium-free beef bouillon, apple cider vinegar, molasses, ground ginger, garlic powder, and a dash of black pepper. Add 1 cup of water and mix together. Bring to a boil and simmer gently for 5 minutes. Next, in a small bowl, mix 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 1 cup of water. Stir into the bouillon mixture and set aside. The cornstarch will settle to the bottom, so be sure to stir again before adding the sauce to the stir fry. To make this stir fry, you will need a total of 2.5 cups of fresh or frozen vegetables. Choose the best price between fresh or frozen. Today we're using fresh vegetables that we purchased at our local farmers market. I like going to the farmers market because I know where the food came from, I'm supporting my local economy, and many vendors accept EBT cards. The first thing we want to do is wash our vegetables. This will remove any dirt and debris that may be left on the outside of the vegetables. If necessary, use a vegetable brush for any hard to clean areas. Now chop the vegetables into small, evenly sized pieces. You may cut them into circles, strips, or cubes as desired. A variety of shapes will make the stir fry more pleasing to the eye. You will need about half a cup of each vegetable. Put your vegetables in separate bowls and place them near the skillet. You will want to use a large pan such as a 10-inch frying pan, electric skillet, or wok. The vegetables need room to move around as they are being cooked. In your skillet, heat a small amount of vegetable oil over high heat. Keeping the heat high, add the vegetables in order of firmness. Harder foods like carrots and cauliflower first, and ending with soft foods like onion and peppers. Using 2 large spoons, toss the vegetables to keep them from sticking until they are cooked. The vegetables should still be crisp and retain their bright color. Give the sauce a quick stir to remix the cornstarch, then add to the vegetables. You will only need 1/4 to 1/3 cup of sauce. Continue stir frying until all vegetables are thoroughly coated. When the stir fry is done, serve over brown rice or whole wheat noodles. This looks delicious. Add some fruit and a glass of milk for a complete meal. Join us for our next session and we'll share with you another healthy recipe.
All right, fresh, frozen, and canned. This is the book that I'm sending. If you didn't get it, this will be the book I'm trying to get out to you guys. Okay, so look for it. Again, if you do get it, send me a quick email and just say, oh, I got it. You know, I probably won't. Don't be looking for it quite yet. I won't. I'm going to wait another maybe week or two to see if you get it the next couple of weeks. You should, because I know I mailed it last week. I'll probably do it closer to the end of the month, maybe even into March. So I'm hoping you get them.
Joan, I've never gotten anything you're sending out. Do you have my address?
I'm not sure. I have my email in the chat box. If you wanted to write that down and just shoot me a quick email, or if you don't have email, you let me know and I can give you my number.
Okay.
All right. This is just trying to get those weekly subgroups. You know, we have the dark green and the red and the orange is full of vitamin A and C. We have those beans and peas that are full of fiber. These are the big guys. And then those starchy veggies that give us the energy. So we want to make sure we're getting them. Having that bowl of fruit on the counter, making some smoothies, topping baked potatoes with salsa, keeping baby carrots or other ready to eat veggies in the house. That all helps to get us to eat more of them. Keeping your refrigerator at the right temperature. Don't be washing your stuff before storing. Remove anything in the refrigerator that might have some moisture in there. Try to get foods that, especially fresh, that you'll use within 3 to 5 days, and then refrigerate all those pre-cut produce. Add those vegetables to soups and stews, sweet potatoes and beans, adding new veggies to an omelet, zucchini, carrots, other veggies to spaghetti sauce, and just always keep those frozen veggies on hand to serve as a side dish. So, all righty. Click to exit, stop the share, Where's the stop the share? Stop it.
And use your spaghetti squash instead of spaghetti sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yep. Yep. Great idea. So that's it for the day. I hope you learned something new, and I know we all learned something new because we learned about the avocados. Yeah. So that's a good idea. So you know, we'll check back with that.
Yeah.
Check back with that.
Too is that Linvilla Orchards has half price produce through the end of March.
Who does? Linvilla?
Linvilla, every day.
Ah, that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know. Yeah, I guess this time of year they're not too busy out there. I guess that's yeah. That's good to know. I may have to take a ride out there.
Stay away from the bakery.
Get me out there. All right. Well, thank you, ladies. I don't know if there's any gentlemen on or not, but thank you. And thank you those on the phone. I hope we were able to capture everything for you that you wanted. And I just appreciate you guys coming on and spending the hour with me. I'll be back next month. I'm not quite sure of what I'm doing. I forgot to look. But I'll send it out to John probably next week. And he'll have it ready to send out to you in March, because before you know it, we're in March and we'll be back. Second week, I can't believe how quick it comes up that I'm back doing this, and I'm teaching in schools. So I'm actually very, very busy. You know, I don't leave this room, but I'm very, very busy, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining. I do hope someday to be back in person with all of you, as well as with
nice.
videos. But
well, thank you again. Very nice.
Thank you, Rita.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
very much.
Joan.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Joan.
Farah.
Thank you.
Thank
See you next
you.
Good
week.
to see
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Stay
Bye
healthy.
bye. Yep, stay
Yes,
healthy.
how about that?
All
Stay
right.
safe. Stay
Yep.
safe.
Stay safe.
Be well, everyone.
Be well.